Boom. Okay, we are live. I was trying, I didn't click the button. I thought we were talking. I thought stuff was happening, but it was not. Let me go ahead and make this broadcast available for everyone as we have a special guest tonight. And you already know how this goes. So I'm your girl, comedian Stiletto. This is Cocktail and Combo. I got my cocktail. You should have your cocktail, and we have the combo. Okay. So I'm not even going to waste any time. I'm going to bring in my co-pilots. Thank you so much for everybody that continues to support the show and continues to support anything and everything Brown owned and everything that Cocktail Combo, the co-pilots, myself have to do. What we really appreciate you. So I'm going to start. I'm gonna get everybody in here. Here we go. Queen Ray is on the screen. Queen Ray, it is Tuesday, my love.
Hello. We are back again, and I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, Hunty. So excited. We had a great, me and Queen Ray had an awesome time last night.
So much fun.
Support that. Yeah, support the free jazz Mondays at the Our House.
The Session.
Oh, it's called The Session. I just been making my own name up. I'm so sorry.
Right.
It's called The Session. Don't listen to me. I make up names to things all the time because I can remember them that way. So, but we had a great time. Make sure y'all support that. That live entertainment
Really
was it not amazing? We had a great time. So maybe next week, Cocktail and Combo will pop through.
Come on in
to support some music. So, but Queen Ray is here. And you also else. Let me see who else is here. Who's one? Ow, Mel, no kiss in the face. What's going on?
What's good? How's everybody feeling? I'm talking to the show. I mean, I'm glad the rest of y'all is here, but you know what I'm saying? I missed my people from last week to this week. How y'all feeling?
Hey, look, here. T said, "Hey, fam, what's up, T? What's good? What's good?" So we about to start this out. You got your cocktails, right? Y'all got your cocktail.
Wham bam, you know I got mine.
Right. Follow each and every one of us. Oh my goodness, I just got another pop in. Oh, who could this be? Oh my gosh, Mr. Montreal. Hello.
What it is? What's up?
I'm so glad. I knew you were getting your bathroom redone, so I knew you might be a little late. I told everybody. Don't worry, they're good. But we're gonna have some fun. Montreal never has a cocktail. I'm not sure what do you do? Do you drink during the show? Like, do you drink water, Kool-Aid, anything?
He just flushes the toilet.
I actually don't. Don't.
Okay, we're gonna have to. You're gonna get some moisture in your throat. I'm already losing my voice again. So
that's why his points lack no depth. They all dry.
He's starting out early. It's Tuesday, y'all. I'm so happy about Tuesday. I don't think y'all understand. This is the highlight of my week.
Word.
Two-fisted drinking. But listen, we have a special guest that we are going to bring to the forefront right now. Queen Ray, without further ado.
Yes. So the guest that we have is an absolute fan of the cocktails and combos, and we really appreciate he's always in the comments talking to us, giving his point of view. He is an actor, a writer, and is actually dibbling dabbling in comedy. And we are so glad to have him here. Shawn Armwood.
What's up, everybody?
Hey.
What's going on? I'm so excited to be
here. I'm so happy to be here.
What's up? I'm finally here. I'm always in the back of the comments, cussing you guys out, and now you get to hear me in person. So excited.
You do us out on a continuous basis. I know your fingers be hurting sometimes.
Right. Nah, but just Montreal though. That's just Montreal, really.
Montreal. You got another fan.
Who can blame you, bro? Who can blame you?
It's all good.
Well, I'm sure Montreal will not disappoint you this evening. I
promise
you that one. Oh my goodness.
Well, mainly because you're not dating him.
What?
I said mainly because he's not dating him. He has a
Oh,
tendency
wow.
to disappoint us.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Montreal. Montreal, like y'all starting with me already. Montreal, you know that's not true. You don't
Um,
date.
no, he know
Him.
that. He knows that.
Montreal put the Pop Tart out and catches him and then lets him go. He's a true
Let's,
hunter. He's a
let's
true hunter.
start.
All right. So listen, I just read this thing that they were talking about a new law that they were thinking of passing. It was actually a grandmother who actually is petitioning for this law because her kids or her daughter was murdered, killed in a drunk driving collision, and the drunk driver killed both parents, and now she's responsible for taking care of her grandchildren. So she feels as though the drunk driver should have to pay child support because he is the reason that she is in that situation. She feels as though that should be a part of the punishment. A lot of people are saying that might deter people from drinking and driving and things of that nature. So what do you think? It's supposed to be called the Bentley law. It would have the drunk drivers pay child support if the parents were killed. What do you guys think about that, Shawn? Because you are our guest, Mr. Armwood Comedy. Could you tell us how you feel about that?
Um, I think I agree with it. I mean, um, he was the cause of it. I mean, you drive drunk, you kill somebody. I mean, what else? What else would I say? I mean, I don't think it should be called child support per se, but yeah, I think definitely it should pitch in. He showed some money for sure.
Okay, so definitely some money. So you think that's like, should that not stand for like maybe all crimes though? Like if you rob, you shoot somebody, you kill somebody, and now the child is now having to be taken care of by somebody. Should that not maybe be a part of the penalty?
Hmm. Um, nah, I don't think every crime,
Mm,
but definitely ones where you're negligible and you do something that's stupid. I mean, maybe. I mean, it depends. Different circumstances. Like if you get in a fight with somebody, you both fight each other, and that
mm,
person dies. I mean, I can't say if you both got into it, that person being
mm.
responsible. I don't know. I don't think those should be every crime though.
Okay, cool. Montreal Anthony from the 1-5 since you guys have such a great relationship, clearly through the comments. I feel it's only necessary for you to go next. Montreal, what do you think about that? Should a drunk driver be, if they kill the parents, should they be financially responsible for those children left behind, child support per se, or some type of financial support?
Yeah, I do. I do agree with that. I firmly believe that if you take somebody, especially a parent life, and they can't be there for the kid anymore, yeah, I think you should be the one being solely responsible for that situation. Now, if you
I
kill
knew it
a
was
deadbeat
bad.
parent, if you kill a deadbeat parent, do you get the fucking do you clear up the rents?
Wait a
Like,
minute, say that one more time.
if you kill a deadbeat parent, do you clear up their rents?
Uh, Now you can put a whole little spin on things, Montreal.
I'm
Right.
just saying, you got to go both ways with it, right?
Man, I mean, do you think they should clear the rears up?
I think so. I think if you wouldn't have killed him, you took the opportunity to clean his ribs up. You got to clean it up now. You got
Okay,
to clean it up.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
I knew it.
What?
Mel, what do
How?
you think about what Montreal said about this whole topic?
So let me get this straight. Let me get it straight. So I was alive and I could have done it, but now that I'm dead, I'm going to be a great dad. Wrong.
Well, no,
It's not.
technically,
It's not.
technically, you
It's
did,
not.
and you became a great dad because you got somebody else taking care of your responsibilities. So your deadbeat ass is dead.
If
Now your child benefit off your deadbeat ass. So it
you're
works
a
out for the
deadbeat, the
kid.
least you can be. If you're a deadbeat, the least you can be is dead. But I think that if you have insurance already, then you know what I'm saying. Like Progressive and
Right.
them, like they cover that. They cover that whole extra. You know what I'm saying? The extra liability portion and all of
Right.
that. Like I mean, you already paid. If you have a claim that says child support coverage, then I guess you can go ahead and certainly try to get it. But I mean,
First,
nah. I mean,
insurance
you
companies
pay.
don't cover that. Insurance companies don't cover that.
Then
They
there you
barely want to
go.
cover a fucking stolen car. They're not going to cover a fucking child support payment.
Hey, that's between the victim's family and Geico. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
The
That have nothing
lady is
to do.
saying that he should be responsible because, of course, they get insurance money that pays, for damages and things like that, and pays the lump sum. But for the rest of those children's lives, or the rest of the time that she has to raise them, she's asking for financial support for that
Right.
because
You know the weird,
has to be a parent.
you know the weird thing about that. The insurance companies really don't pay out like people think.
No,
Insurance
they don't.
companies have it depends what insurance your claim you have. Insurance companies are not willing to kick out a bunch of money. So again, yeah,
Well,
if you a drunk driver and you caused the death of these people because you want to party and you fucking drunk, yeah, you fucking right. Pay the arrears and continue. Pay that shit. Take
I
care
know
of
that
them
if you, I know one thing though, if that law is passed or if it does become a regular thing, that will be an
Mhm.
excuse for insurance companies not to pay out. Because I know they use any. I just had an accident recently, and they
Mhm.
use anything trying to pay me, but I fought for the shit. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna fight not to pay if that's the case.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
I mean,
That's
but that's a given. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I don't understand why we had to name it after the one halfway decent bad boy artist that was left on the label. It could have been anybody else. It could have been the B Bunny Law. It could have been anybody else, but they said and chose to go with Bentley, who had a legitimate flow. I think that I have more problem with that.
really okay.
Mm.
Queen Ray, chime in with these guys. What do you think?
I mean, I think they should be responsible for at least helping. I don't know if it would be a payment every month as opposed to just a lump sum. Um, like a number that they give that person who has, killed both parents. Um,
Right.
but I mean, I don't know about going to the rears. Like we're dealing with what I did and forward. Like you can't make me pay for what you didn't do before I killed you. Like that's like
You how you said it before I killed you. Yeah.
No, see, then if you wouldn't have killed me, I still be responsible for that. And since you want
but
to be
you
Well,
didn't
since you
say it in the
since you
first place. That's why there
since you
was arrears.
since you want to be drinking and driving, and you want me to
Right.
at me full, pick
Lord.
up where I left off. Pick up the
Okay, so
ribs.
so Derek is saying, so are we saying no jail time? No, they're still talking about whatever the law allows as far as your punishment. So you could still go to jail, you could still have your license suspended, still all those different things. But on top of that, you would be
Help
a
paying.
certain amount would be need to be
Yeah,
paid.
Derek. Because most drunk drivers only get like 6 months to a year in jail. They don't get a lot of time.
and okay, so you mean to tell me that while I'm in jail, I'm gonna be going in the rears for this nigga's rears? Nah,
Yeah,
yo, y'all going too far.
yeah,
Y'all going too far, yo. Y'all going too
yes,
Arrears
far.
time too.
yes,
But
yes. You
think
would be
about
in
Too
it.
there
far, yo.
trying to figure it out.
I'm just saying, it's a consequence though. It's a very severe consequence. And sometimes people don't change it till you hit them in their pockets. And then, like I said, this poor woman, she's the grandmother. She's like, I done raised my children already, and now I have two new children in my household that
Right.
require financial support.
So what if he paid because he didn't think that was his kids?
Huh?
Hmm?
what if
Right,
what if he
right.
wasn't paying time for it because he didn't think it was his kids?
That
So
we're
now,
gonna
see, see,
if
see, one
if
five.
paternity has already been established, I'm gonna say,
Hold up. I'm confused.
Here we
Who
go,
the hell
yo.
paid child support?
Now we're gonna have a
Who pays
Maury
child
Povich.
support? Who pays
what?
child support on kids they don't believe has?
That was a lot of them.
What?
I know a couple of guys. That's supposed to be, I should say.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Supposed to be. But if I
Yeah.
know they not mine, I'm not fucking paying no child support.
No, let me tell you, the last thing we need is a Maury Povich cadaver edition. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that, and I'm not interested in that.
Right.
All
Yeah.
right. So as we stand, that was our take on it. Y'all can go ahead and chime in and let us know what you feel about it. I don't know. I think that you should have to pay. You kill somebody's parents, you leave a child without any parents. I think that you should be financially responsible in some type of way. Like that's not something that they can come back from. Not only is the child need to be taken care of on a daily basis, food, clothing, shelter, all that, but mentally, they're gonna need therapy. They're gonna need help. They may have issues like and the family is going to need that. Like, think about it. Like, I know I have a grandchild, and if I was left and I had to raise my grandchild, I would do what I have to do. But geez, having a 2-year-old all over again, Man, that changes life in its entirety. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to getting up and going. I got a kid that can, do for himself that's still home and the rest grown. Now a 2-year-old daycare, this, that, just so that you can do
Man,
what
daycare.
man. That's a whole I'm gonna need therapy. I'm gonna need a whole lot. I'm telling you now,
Well,
I'm
then
gonna need a
we should call it the
whole
GDEP law. Call the GDEP law.
the
You'll be,
G
you know what I'm saying? I like that better.
I'm just saying. All right, so this next topic, listen, it's a touchy one, okay? Should Spanish people be able to say the word nigger? And for that matter, should people that should
Is
Spanish
that an
people be able to
R
say
or
the
an
word
A at the end of that?
either way, however they pronounce whatever you want to say? Does it matter? Nigger, should you be allowed to say it? Mel, I'm gonna start with you.
So I'm gonna say this. First of all, I think if you ever been to New York, nigga is as clear as a word to everybody that's in New York, no matter where you at. If you Puerto Rican, if you Somalian, if you Guyanese, everybody says nigga. And I'm from a place like being from West Virginia, like the word nigga in the city makes everybody racially soft. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get called a nigga at the end of the day, that's probably the best you kind of made out. Because most of the time, y'all like what you really gonna do? They say nigga, you gonna huff and puff. You ain't gonna do shit about it in the first damn place. So I think that if you feel comfortable to say nigga, be comfortable with that part too. That's what I think. I was in college. I had friends that used to ask me all the time. I said, I don't give a fuck what you say. But I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna be there to back you up. That's on you what you decide to do. So I think that if you feel comfortable, no matter what your race is, to say nigga, just be comfortable with the part two. Could be a steal to the jaw. Could be a free pack of peanut M&Ms. Take the chance. Roll the dice. That's what I say.
I wouldn't expect you to say anything else, Mel. So you're like, hey, I'm good with it. Just be prepared for the consequences, whatever that may be. All right, Shawn. Armwood Comedy. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna call you by your screen name here. Armwood Comedy.
Either way.
Talk what do you feel about this? Should Spanish or other races of people be able to do they get that pass if they grew up around people that use the word, stuff like that?
So I know I told somebody this the other day. Someone talking about Eminem that to get a pass. My point: if you got to get a pass, then you shouldn't say the word. But there's some Puerto Ricans out there that's blacker than I am. So I kind of and like I said in New York, I've been around Puerto Ricans in New York, and what they say is, I'm okay with it. I guess I don't know why I am, but I'm okay with it. But like a little Mexican dude said, I'm knocking his ass out. So that's just me.
Okay,
Racist.
so Mexican couldn't say it.
Nah,
No,
I don't think
racist.
so. Nah, it depends on the person, I guess, because you can tell those Puerto Ricans who like been around black people, they grew up in Harlem and whatever they grew up at. That's fine, or the Bronx, whatever. But someone just from Minnesota to Mexican, nah, I'm knocking your ass out.
Okay, so
What if they crossed illegally?
I hate
Okay,
you.
what, a Puerto Rican or or Mexican?
Why, yo? Why? Don't answer his question. But are you saying so? Any other race of people can say it if you feel as though they grew up in that environment. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no, 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 no. Ooh,
Except
ooh,
you said they grew up black.
no,
Like a peach boy or an Asian person or somebody from another an Indian
no,
person. They're like, this is what I'm used to.
nah, nah. Nah, I mean, some people might let them slide, but nah, I got a friend of mine who's white, and I've known him since we were kids, and he slipped up one day and I was punching him in the mouth. So yeah, it's
Mm,
like that. You don't get a pass from me now.
okay, okay, all right. Queen Ray, did you get a pass? Is it okay?
See,
We're talking about the New Yorkers, and this is what they grew. This is how it is. Puerto Ricans, and this that. Is it okay? Just
I'm
say the
one of
word.
the
If
people
you
that believe it's
say the
only
word
as
nigga.
bad as the power that you give it. I don't give that word that power. So really, unless someone is directing it to me in a negative manner, I don't even pay them any attention.
Okay, so you're cool.
Like I
Somebody
don't
can
I
use.
don't give it power. Like I'm not
Okay,
gonna be like, oh, and let you like upset me or something over a word.
mm-hmm.
Like
That must
Well,
be
Tia said,
everybody, because everybody,
Tia said,
whenever they hear the
shake
word
my
nigga, they pull
head.
their phones out.
Tia said, shake my head. She listen. No race should be using the word.
Hmm.
Should using the word.
I mean,
Derek was
because
saying
the
hell no.
actual term of the word, it's just that our people grew up with it being yelled at them as a bad, like to tear them down.
Right.
Okay,
So if you're coming at me in that manner,
right.
that's where I will get frustrated or I might smack the shit out of you.
So
But
do you not
if
say
you're just
anything to
saying it to
anybody
your
that you're
friends or
around you?
something, like I'm not
Right.
gonna first of all, are you if you're not saying it to me, why am I in your conversation of you saying it? Like it just I don't give that word power. Like you're not I'm not going to let you affect me or bother me because you're saying that to someone else because you think it's cool. Because a lot of times it's just because they think it's cool or because they're not supposed to say it. Ooh, when I say it, let's see what happens. I'm not
Right.
giving you that power. Just don't say it to me
Uh-huh.
directly as a negative manner, and we won't. I could care two. I can give two
So when
fucks
you go
about
to a comedy show and a peach person goes on stage and is like, yeah, these niggas is crazy out here. It doesn't bother you. They can drop the N word. It doesn't
I don't.
phase you
Well, I've never seen
a
that.
bit. Well, I mean, Hispanic. Have you heard
So,
other
just because
nationalities
I
do it
feel
on
that way
stage?
does not mean the other brown people that I'm around feel that way.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
So, don't just
All
take
right.
what I say. You still might get effed up
Yeah,
for
because
it.
I just was recently at a comedy show and other nationalities was dropping that word left and right. And to me, even though like you're not saying it directly to me, I was
It
comfortable.
bothers you.
It bothered me to hear you even be comfortable with just coming out your mouth saying it like it was anything else, any other derogatory statement. Like, look at Montreal. I feel like you have something that you want to say.
But
Montreal,
see,
talk to
like you're
me.
saying, if you're in New York, it's just something that they do. So to them, if they're that comfortable, it's because they're around each other and they're used to saying that to each other.
Hmm.
So the question is a Spanish person. So let's do some more. Let's do this. If you know what Spanish is in black, it's Negro. So the word Negro and niggas almost goes together. You feel me? I believe this. It may not. I don't know. I don't have no books that say this, but I believe the word nigga grew from the word Negro. We already know who did the slave trades and all that. I
What?
just believe that. I believe that I believe that people made this word so powerful
Right.
that they made a word. Not I'm saying it's a word so powerful that people get assaulted from a word. You feel me? You could call me anything in the book. You did, as long as you don't put your hands on me. I'm cool with it. I be your nigga. You did. I be your monkey. I be all that. But you get that space, you gonna realize that you may not want to be comfortable with violating my space. But violating me with words, you will never get that action from me. You would never break me down with words. I'm not a person that you can break down with words. If you think, I think that's so weak-minded, and I'm not calling people on here. Don't before y'all go on my
I think you
ass.
called me
I'm not
weak-minded.
calling y'all weak. I'm not
I
calling
think
y'all weak.
you called me weak-minded, but I'm gonna let it slide because
I
words
just
don't
think,
affect
I
me.
just,
But
I just
it
think,
definitely
To them.
that it's a weak-minded thing because you don't
I don't
appreciate
know. I just think that it
negative.
was a thing. It's a thing of it is that we've been like you've been taught that this word, now you've been taught this, you feel me, this is something you've been taught, that this word is so degrading and it brings you down and it don't make you, it takes from you. And then as you get older you realize, yo, I've been called a nigga damn it my whole life. Now maybe it wasn't from a peace person, maybe it wasn't from a Spanish person, but how can I be a son by something I've been called my whole life? Why? Because this person said it. This is what somebody called me every day. So now that a white person said I'm supposed to be offended, this is not nothing new to me. This ain't, so how can I feel a certain kind of way about something I've been called my whole life? You call me Montreal. I can't be mad because a white person say Montreal. So
Well, you
Well,
if
can't. You
well,
cannot. Right, Sean, please, because I don't.
so I'm a firm believer that words have power to them, and it's almost like weapons, man. Some you have a gun with no bullets, or some gun with bullets, and sometimes when a person says a word, it has different meanings coming from different people, and my boy called me nigga, that's different than this white person calling me nigga. There's two different things,
let
and
me
and and,
let me
and the power hits differently, and of course we do get words all the time.
Let me ask you.
The fact that we're
good power words, a bad power words.
Let me ask you a question, Armwood Comedy. If you as a man, a whole man, I don't know how tall you are, but you're like a pretty big man, and you telling me that this little 4-foot white person come to you and call you nigga, they broke you down? Fuck no. Yo, have a good day.
I'm not gonna say broke me down, but it I mean, words do. I mean, if you brought words make a difference. It does, man. I mean, like, I mean, I've seen other people get broke down with smaller things, but yeah, I'm not gonna say break me down, but that little person used the weapon that they have, the best that they have, and which will be the words. And as a big man,
let me ask you. Let me ask you a question.
Offensive words. There's no offensive words. No words are offensive.
I think words are definition.
So, like I said, even like I said, all of those racial slurs, chink, cracker, kite,
it's just
those are all used in a negative way to, impact or to be derogatory.
Yeah, but so is bitch, motherfucker, dick, all that stuff is used in negative ways. I just believe words shouldn't be what tick you off. A person got the right to believe what they want to believe. A person got the right to say what they want to say. Go ahead, Mel.
Okay. Mel got something. Mel.
I got a question for our guests. So you mentioned before the difference between the black dude being your friend and not being your friend. And then you mentioned earlier when you punched your white friend for saying it. My question to you is, do you think that your white friend said it because he thought he was comfortable around you? Or you think that he has already picked it up? Because to me, that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that because you heard it, that all of a sudden this isn't a normal thing that they do. So if you act out and whatever those beliefs are that apply to the way they use nigga, you then perform in a way that proves what their false beliefs are. So I believe I have been treated more like a nigga than I've been called a nigga. Right. And what I've learned recently is that people who get called nigga, they not mad. They just take their phones out and show everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I mean, it's just, to me, I if somebody says it in front of me, I feel more comfortable with somebody saying it around me because of the fact that I can only imagine what they're saying in other terms. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. So when that happened with my friend at the time, I felt like it was more of him testing my blackness and testing his place, and for him to be able to say that to me and me not react was him testing his waters. And I let him know at the break where he stood. I don't give a damn how long we know each other. If you know your background and my background, don't come at me like that. That's what my stance was on that.
I think all black people.
Was he still your friend?
I can't. You're breaking up really bad on my phone or not, but say it again.
It's part of me. I said, was he still your? Was he still your friend afterwards?
I can't hear at all.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Is he still your friend?
He's still my friend. Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay.
So, then I'm confused.
So
because if in the way that he used the word was offensive, that might have gave you a peek into the type of person that he was. So maybe that's why you punched.
Don't get twisted though. I know him. We're still friends. We're not tight like we used to be. I mean, at that moment, I realized what he was doing, and that made me understand where our place was in the world. So yeah, we feel friends for the most part, but not like we was when we were younger.
Let me ask you this question. Somebody asked me 4 times.
Right? They want to know: do you believe?
Do I believe in slavery, bro? I don't. And if you watch the show, you know how I feel about that. So I'm not gonna get into that. That's another show. So we're gonna stick on to this subject.
Oh Lord.
You could
y'all
just
ask
drop
me every time, but
you just drop. Wait a minute, Montreal. You can't just drop that you don't believe in slavery and not just give a brief explanation, because maybe this person might not.
This is why. This is why. At the end of the day, when you look at slavery, what it is a trade slave. They say people was forced to do things that they don't want to do. Then when you get deep into it, you realize that the trade.
So they know you.
The thing of it is, this is why I feel the way I feel. So now the picture's on me. At the end of the day, slavery is what you read in books. Most books that you read, you feel me? We found out Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. A lot of things we realized it wasn't true. a lot of times I go on this notion that I don't know. You know what I mean? I wasn't there. All everything about slavery was taught. I was taught. You feel me? It was read this, and who taught it to me? Who sent it to me? Who wrote this shit? The same person y'all want to blame everything on. So was the things happening back in that time? I don't know. I don't know how they did it. You feel me? I don't know what happened. I don't know. I just know, like we had this step before, and I was always confused. Like if it was so bad back then, how did my fucking grandfather end up with almost 200 acres of land, and he's supposed to be fucking like I didn't like a lot of stuff didn't register to me, and it's like a lot of people down south got a lot of shit and a lot of land, and it's like if it would have been that bad. Why do these people have these things? Why do they have things? Because if you look at movies and shit like that, all you get is slap and you get whipped and you get nothing. So it confuses me when I see reality due to stories and books and shit that I read. And the reality of it, if you know people and you've been around people and you ask questions, you like, damn, and you ask who the people, and yeah, they've been through some shit. Yeah, they've been through shit, but when you talk to them, it's like nobody really was alive that could tell you about slavery. They could tell you about racism. They could tell you about, when what they call that shit when they could tell you about a lot of things.
It's in the book. The word you're looking for.
But nobody that I knew alive could actually sit down and tell me a story of slavery. So I'm a firm believer. If I didn't experience it, if I don't know nobody that experienced it, it's non-existent to me.
Okay, man. Hold on, man. Now, so you sound like some white folks I know. Look, man.
See? I got white folks.
So look, number one, I have met people that's been in slavery. That wasn't that long ago. To be honest with you.
Hold on. You know somebody that's alive today.
Not today. They were alive in my lifetime. I'm 40 something years old, but they were alive in my time. So
they told
yes,
you stories about coming over here on the boat and getting whipped.
Not coming over on the boat. No, but they were in slavery. They were on the plantation.
All right, so let me ask you.
I know of a person. Born into slavery. You know.
No, let me ask you. I'm gonna ask one question.
Born into slavery.
Right. I'm gonna ask you one question. We always focus on slavery, and we always act like slavery is like this thing about black people. Y'all really want to know, slavery still continue to go on to this day, and nobody really talks about the other countries.
But we don't live in those countries though.
They go through the same shit, but we don't.
We don't live in those countries, so it doesn't matter to us.
It ain't our story. It ain't our story. So what the fuck? I don't know.
Remember the officer in the movie Menace to Society who was like, you know you done fucked up, don't you? You know you done fucked up, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know y'all.
Yo, bro, let me tell you something.
Listen.
And then you can get
so his parents, if you watch his interview, his grandparents actually were slaves. He was alive during the time that his grandparents were alive, and he tells about those atrocities on Vlad TV and other different documentaries that he's done. So if you want to tell the nigga that's going to tell you done fucked up, that he lying, you do that.
Bro,
but I believe that nigga. So whatever he said,
my thing is, again, his grandmother didn't tell the story. He told the story. I can easily sit here and say, yeah, I got a grandmother. That you can say what you want to say to how you want to say it to people. What I'm telling you is, to make it simple as this, I'm a firm believer. If I ain't touch it, I ain't feel it. I don't know. I don't know what the moon feel like. I never fucking been to the moon. I don't fucking know. Do the moon exist? I see it, yes, but do I know the fucking feel like?
So you don't believe in pancreatic cancer because you've never had it. You don't believe in testicular cancer because you never had it.
This what you don't believe in. Listen to me. No.
You don't believe in having a torn Achilles.
Listen before you go too fast. I had touched. I know people with cancer. I had touched that there. So yeah, I had touched that issue, bro. I know nobody that ever sat down with me personally, side by side, and told me any fucking slavery stories. Never. Okay. And I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. So, it's what you believe.
Another thing, Montreal, you talk about how your grandfather had a bunch of land. So right after slavery, something called the Reconstruction era, where a lot of us came out of slavery. They had land. We had businesses. We had whole cities. We had. This is
the thing. This is what you're saying. We had as a whole. Yes, we had. At the end of the day, it's always we. When we speaking this shit, it's always this big one culture. I'm gonna keep the shit real with you. Queen Ray is probably 10% African, and probably none of her fucking ancestry probably been in slavery. She got more Asian than anything.
Wow.
More Indian than anything.
I say we, because I have
I'm
felt
just
like
saying stiletto.
have you ever been to Florida? Anybody been to Florida? You ever been to Florida?
I'm not. I have no right to fight for
Stiletto,
that.
you been to Florida?
I wasn't there. I'm not
Montreal,
African.
calm down.
I've been to Florida.
Calm down.
You ever been to, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I would say I've been to Florida. I had to control Montreal, and now, yes, sir, I have been to Florida.
There's an area in Tampa called Ybor City. It's like real live. There's a bunch of clubs and all kind of stuff. My family's on all of that. Almost all the Tampa, my family used to own them. During the Reconstruction, after the Reconstruction era, it was taken away from us because Black people weren't allowed to have land. Almost the whole land was taken away from us. Only one we left with us was one house. We owned that whole land. So, like just recently, there's a beach. I forgot where it was, California, Florida, somewhere. Okay. Yeah, exactly. And they just got their land back because it was taken from them back then. So we say we because as a collective, we've gone for this as a people.
But you know what's funny? As a people as a whole, as a people as a whole, you know who took that land? The government, the same government who's still taking land from people. They do the same shit today. They don't. It's nothing changed about the government. The government do the same shit today. If you don't want to sell your house, they're gonna build on. They're gonna take your shit. They're gonna do.
What happens is just like you do with any company.
You read that comment after 80 proof. Go ahead, 80 proof.
So what happens is like with any company. If your grandfather had land in South Carolina or your great ancestor had land in South Carolina, and since then they've lost contact with you and you move to wherever you moved at, people buy up shares of that land. And so what happens is because they don't know that you're the living ancestor of somebody who owned Cleveland, they give you a court date that you can't make it to. They make it impossible for you to get there, and then somebody buys it for $30. And this is a real life thing. Wait, this is a real life thing that is currently going on. This isn't no 2009. This isn't a 2020. This is current court cases.
Understand what you're saying, though.
You talk about the whole.
That's how property gets lost.
Bro, you're talking about the government. The government make these rules. It's like right now today, you don't pay your taxes on your shit. Who's snatching your shit? It's the same shit.
Can I ask you a question, Montrell? Can I ask you who do you think was the government during this?
The same people, the government now. The same rules apply that they applied back then apply now. People just I always tell people this. You fight for the wrong shit. We need to fight to change these laws. These laws fucking 800 years old.
Montrell,
but y'all keep talking about racism.
Montrell, you don't believe in the laws though, because it's in a book. You said it could be made up, right? And
no, listen, this is a different saying. Hold up. No, listen.
Right?
Laws, this is what I'm saying. If I'm affected by the laws, of course I gotta believe it. I'm affected by the laws. The law, the same law that's written.
So why don't you?
This is what I'm saying to you. I don't believe in things that I can't experience, touch. You feel me? I had no contact with. I had contact with laws. I got to deal with laws every day. The same bullshit ass laws that they read. I don't. Do I stand? Do I believe in the laws? Fuck no. I don't.
I got
but you. Do I got abide by the laws? Yeah, because they got a thing called prison where there's new slavery now. It's the same fucking shit.
Okay. All right. You are very passionate tonight. Queen Ray, could you read this comment for us?
So because no one has told you personally about slavery or being a slave, you are skeptical with your beliefs about slavery.
No, I'm not skeptical. Skeptical mean I'm not sure. No, I'm 100% sure. I know I don't. Let me explain something to you. When you get locked up, what they do? They put restraints on you. The same restraints they put on slaves. What they do, they put you in the van and take you away that you don't want to go. They take you somewhere. They take you somewhere. Listen to me. They take you somewhere you don't want to go.
Restraints, love. It's not the same restraint.
It is the same. Let me explain something to you. Your freedom as an American citizen, your freedom is value is low. Y'all think y'all got this freedom? We are really fucking blindsided about this bullshit. You don't have no freedom. You can't do. We live in a society where everybody thinks, yeah, we keep worrying about some shit back in the day. It's shit in front of y'all now that y'all not worrying about. Same time, only time y'all worry about it if somebody get locked up and they make the news about it. Oh, they did injustice. Oh, he did 100 years for this. Oh, this man just did 20 fucking years of this. This man just died because he was innocent. But yeah, you keep worrying about some shit that happened back in fucking 1800. That had nothing to do with us.
So slavery was in the 1800s.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
That's nothing wrong with that. If somebody said that they are completely confused about everything you're saying,
of course you're confused. You're going to be confused. You're going to be confused because two things why you're confused. You're confused because you're everything that you know, everything that you're taught, that's what you're going to go by. You're never been taught nothing I said. So everything I said sounds foreign to you. It's like
in actuality, Montrell, multiple people, and I don't know about anybody else on this panel. I've spoken to multiple people that believe what you believe as well, and they speak it. So I think we've all been exposed to that, and that's why it's so heartbreaking sometimes when you hear people speak the way you do, because there's so much knowledge out there and so much stuff that you can put your hands on that are tangible that will allow you to understand the history of. I know you don't consider brown people to be your people, so I get it.
I've never said that.
I mean, I know you don't go by black, so I didn't want to say black people.
Yeah,
so
I don't.
I'm saying people like, but at the same time, to say that slavery didn't, it's almost like saying the Holocaust didn't happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
listen,
it's so disrespectful.
Okay,
I get it.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not disrespecting nobody. The Holocaust didn't happen. I wasn't fucking there. I don't know. This is shit that we've been told and say, oh, this is happening. This many people die. I don't fucking know.
Let me ask one question. Let me ask one question that I'm always confused about.
We totally lost the topic because I needed to know this. And if you want to chime in on
what y'all don't do
it. It should Spanish people be able to use the word nigger? Like, is that okay? A Puerto Rican to say nigger? We were talking about New York. Damon Laughs is actually in the comments, and tell us in New York they're saying that they say it all the time. It's acceptable. Is that what
everybody said? It's the culture. Everybody said.
Okay. Mel, you were getting ready to say something?
Well, one thing I was going to say is, whenever people bring up all these things that they don't believe, my question is always, what was the benefit to all these people believing it? What was the benefit? Like, why would people want to be like, hey, you know what my dad did? Got his balls cut off so that he couldn't have my like. I don't understand why that would be something that people won't want to make up and be like, right. I wasn't going to say nothing, but that whole town in Oklahoma. It might have got.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You say that the same people make up fucking Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. The same fucking storylines.
No. There's a benefit. No. But you didn't answer my question. You didn't answer. You didn't answer my question.
It's the same. Did you just compare slavery, stories of slavery?
It's a story. Is that not a story?
But that didn't answer. But that didn't answer my question. That didn't answer my question. Is Christmas not a story?
Is Christmas not a fucking story?
Listen. I don't have no problem answering your questions, but I like to do it.
What's your question again, man? What's your question again?
My question is, what is the benefit to the people that you've known to say how their family was slaves? Like, what was why make up that story and saying, you know what happened? My family was kings and queens, and then some bastard Columbus came in and
let me tell you why.
Let me tell you why. The one thing that happened to my family and my heritage. What is the benefit to that?
Let me tell you why. Because it's a good attention thing. Feel me? Everybody wants to be a part of something. You did. If you got real shit. You laughing. Everybody want to be a part of something. So we sit here and have a conversation, and somebody can be like, "Yeah, oh, my grandfather been this. My grandfather been through that." Everybody want to outdo somebody's story. I don't fucking know. Everything is a fucking story, bro. Everything about has existed. Everything American, fucking everything is something somebody written, somebody said. This somebody said it's a fucking story. Then when you read it again, somebody said, "Oh, this story wasn't like that because we went back and did research, and now it's like this." Oh, they wrote the Bible 8 times. Man.
All right, okay, we get it.
Fuck out of here. But
it's okay.
I said let's not go here.
Think about it. Somebody's gonna watch this show in the future and be like, "Yo, what was going on then?" We are like a time capsule. I love it. Well, should Spanish people, so you're saying Spanish, everybody's saying that Spanish people or anybody should be able to use the word
Rock
nigga. It
out.
shouldn't have that much power over you
Say
and
it.
so forth and
Just be
so
ready for the part two. Be ready
Say
for the
it.
part two. That's what I
on.
say.
I am like I get it. I understand. Look, T is saying I can't. I can't. I'm logging off. This is too much. I can't drink, and my nerves are bad.
This,
No, 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 don't log off.
Yeah, don't
listen,
log
this is the
off.
sad. This is the sad part
This is
about.
a
This is the
true.
sad part
Damon
about.
is saying that this is a true. The true definition of nigga is uneducated
Now
as fuck.
understand this. This is where my point is proved. I'm calling everything all the time. I'm this, all this, everything I'm saying. Now T saying she gonna log off. You're in your emotion. You're in your emotion about some people you don't even fucking know. You don't even know these fucking people. You don't even know what you fucking mad for. You don't even know why you mad. You just mad.
Okay, so you saying that she doesn't have any descendants of
Fuck
slavery in her
no, she don't
family?
know them people. When she knows she don't.
Word, bro. You tell her. You so wrong, T.
I'm just saying, bro. Keep this shit real.
We ride together, bro. We ride together on this one.
I got you. Queen Ray, you're on mute if you want to talk. I can't take you off of mute, just FYI. Queen Ray had to walk away as well, but she's now
Oh,
back.
come on.
Listen,
Really, Montreal?
right? Montrell he's very emotional tonight, so maybe this one will strike a nerve with him as well. I'm going for 10 tonight. I'm just trying to go straight down. I'm going for a straight strike. So Montrell, since we were talking about the government and things that you threw out there, but before I get to that, I just want to let you know that T said I'm just in my emotions about anything, and okay, read it. Okay.
See,
An
and this is the
idiot
funny thing is,
is
the funny
an
thing is,
idiot.
listen, I am most
I
definitely,
think
I'm
both
being
of them.
called right now. I'm being called an idiot. I'm being called probably ignorant. I'm being
Words
called
don't
probably
hurt no
stupid. I'm
Montrell.
educated.
Words
Listen,
don't hurt.
no, it don't hurt. That's what I'm saying.
So there's
But
no
all
reason
things
to
I'm saying,
respond
it don't
because
hurt.
the
Listen,
word doesn't mean anything.
it don't. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to tell people words don't mean anything. Because everything you're saying, it doesn't apply to me. It doesn't.
Okay.
Even his eyes look crazy.
I
Like,
know he is.
It apply to me.
Hold on,
So I don't care.
nah.
So listen, do you is it okay? Do you think that that you could be with somebody, a boyfriend or girlfriend, or have a boyfriend or girlfriend that's jealous of you? Would that be okay? Do you know of any people that have a mate that's jealous of them? Would you stay with them? Queen Ray, talk to me.
Well, you know me and there's levels to this shit. Like,
Well,
there's
shit, let me
little
go
things
in.
that the jealousy of me getting the last big piece of cake is different than you being jealous of like who I am as a person, and that's just something that can't be changed or is not going to change. Can I be with them? I don't know. I don't think so. I think eventually it's going to take its toll. It depends
Okay.
on how bad the jealousy is and how much it shows. And are they willing to work on not being jealous? Like,
Okay.
trying to understand whatever it is that they're jealous of, why
Right.
they're jealous of that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And Shawn, can you be with somebody that's jealous? Would you be okay with a jealous mate? How would you handle that? Is that even cool?
Um, I agree. There's different levels to it, and it depends on other traits that person has, because they can be jealous and just as stubborn as they want to be, and not give a damn what you say, and so no matter what you do, where you going, what you doing, where you at. I mean, that doesn't get old after a while. And I don't think I can deal with that either. So no, I couldn't be with somebody that's like super jealous. But it depends on if they can come up, they can say to me, I don't know who's that girl or something like that. But if they don't believe a word I say, don't trust me. So then, if no trust thrown in, then no, I couldn't.
No, I mean like jealous of you. Like
Oh,
they
jealous
don't
of
like
me?
the fact that you're doing comedy. They don't like the fact that they're jealous of you, the love you get from your mother or what anything in your life. They're jealous of it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be okay with that?
Nah. Nah, that doesn't even make sense. Nah, because if you with me and we supposed to build something together, So whatever I got, you got. So if you jealous of me, that just doesn't make any damn sense.
Judging by
Right.
Montreal Anthony's face, I know that there is something that is going to come out this man's face. I just want you to know Damon wanted me to tell you this. Montreal, that's just for you. Yeah, yeah. Not he says you have a white man's vessel. So you like I don't know.
He
Not
is a
cool,
white
but
man
it could
vessel.
happen. All right, it could totally happen. Jealousy is jealousy. There is no levels to nothing if you are jealous. Mm, okay, so Mel, I'm gonna save Montreux, but Mel, 80 proof. Can you be with somebody that's jealous? A jealous person?
No, and you shouldn't be.
I mean, and they're
And I
jealous of
agree with.
you, not just the fact that they're jealous of like who you talking to, what you doing, that type of thing, but they're actually jealous of you or whatever you have and accomplished, whatever.
No, that's too much. It's too much, and it's awful. I agree with our guest Shawn, and I agree with my man Derek. I agree with that 1,000%. There's not a way for you to be jealous if we're in the same car going in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? If you're jealous about who's driving, that speaks to the insecurity of what you got going on. I've been in
Mm,
passenger seat lots of passengers. I've been in the passenger seat lots of times because I know where we're going. I don't give a fuck. Just as long as I get to go for the ride and I take an opportunity to enjoy myself. So if
mm,
you aren't there and you can't get that, then you have other things that is going to make it even worse. That the jealousy is just a tip of the iceberg. Who knows what else is behind it? So no,
mm.
no, thank
Okay,
you.
all right. Montreal Anthony from the 1-5. Could you be with someone, or have you ever even experienced somebody being jealous, your mate being jealous of you?
Yeah, yeah, I have been through that. Believe it or
I
not.
knew you did. I don't know why I even asked. I knew the answer before.
And the crazy part is the jealousy was the free spirit I am. Like I'm so jealous that you able to be like what? Fuck you mean? Like so do I think you can know? I don't think nobody should be with anybody. Friends,
Yep.
girlfriends, family, anybody who shows a jealous trait of you because jealousy is nothing but envy. And we all know what comes with that. Um, I just don't be on. I don't understand jealousy. I be trying to. That's something I be trying to figure out. I don't understand why people put that much energy into somebody else. Like, fuck
Mm.
is wrong with you? You put that much energy. You give me that much credit? Fuck it,
Well,
I take it.
you don't seem to take a lot of energy. Then, so is there anything that you do give your energy to, Montrell? Because you don't give your
Yeah,
energy to words, you don't give your energy to people.
I give I
So
get I get my I give my energy to things that I'm really interested in. That's why I guess that's why I be successful with most of the things I'm interested in because that's the energy I give it. That's what I give my energy to. So I normally give all that energy to that. So I don't waste no negative energy. Like people always try to break you, and I'm like, oh, I'm good. You feel me? Like you get people try you. Like for my like I just learned in life that a lot of people are gonna try to break you down with any way they can break you down. So I'm not gonna give you that energy. You did? I got better shit to do. You know what I mean? I'm not
right,
gonna go home with a headache because you fucking had a bad day or you
but
feel a certain way about me. I'm not
right,
worrying about you. Now the shit
right,
that I'm worried about, the shit I'm focused on, yeah, I'm gonna get a headache about it. I'm gonna get a headache trying to make it better and better and better. So no,
got
I
you.
don't waste my energy on
Right. We're
jealousy,
gonna get
jealous
you.
people.
You know what words have power. We're gonna get you another word outside of energy. I'm because you just said it
I
722
mean,
times.
you could take
I'm
it.
gonna give you. I'm
You
gonna just give you another word for it.
you
Okay?
you
Because
could
you're killing it
you
tonight.
you could take it for what
You're
you want to
killing it
take it
tonight.
for, but me, nah, I
Right.
don't, I don't,
Right. No, you're gonna say the same thing you just said. I got you,
yeah,
girl. I
no,
understand. You
no,
passed.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, man.
Yep, we got that. You would
I
not do
wouldn't
it.
do it. I
I've actually
wouldn't.
been in a relationship with somebody and they were jealous of just me. Just like why every time you go somewhere, people talk to you like the energy, like, and if you have somebody around you like that it's draining. It's draining to you, your spirit, who you are, and sometimes it ends up making you dim your light, which I started doing. Like I may be in the background because I don't want to. I don't, you know what I mean. I don't want to make him feel less than me
Right.
being who I am. So it does, if you are with somebody like that, which a lot of
That's
people are, a lot of people
that's
are,
what
and
it
they might
does.
you might not even know the person is jealous, but you really just need to keep your eyes and ears open. And why is it? This is the next topic. Why is it that people always ask a single woman that may be attractive and financially well off, but she's single, and people look like what's wrong with you? Like, how? Why? But when men are attractive and well off and single, it's not a lot of people asking why. They just go, that's what men do. That makes he's a man. So Shawn, what do you think about that? Have you ever had anybody, if you experienced this, do you understand what I'm saying? Talking about?
I understand what you're saying. I don't understand why that is. Maybe because I guess women are viewed more to be part of a family to build something versus men. We're viewed to be more independent, I guess. Um, I don't know. I don't even know why that would be a thing.
Have you ever asked somebody
Oh,
why they're single? Do we,
Nah,
when somebody is single and has everything going for themselves, are we like in tune to always be like, you know
nah,
what, something got to be wrong with them?
that's when I'm jealous.
Really?
I'm joking. No. But that's when I'm like, good for you. I wish I'd have built myself up, and then looked into, trying to find somebody else before any other. So yeah, I envy that person.
Okay. Montreal, look at Montreal. He looked up. You use the word envy. Montreal doesn't. Montreal doesn't like the word envy. Oh damn! I think he hit the button laughing. That's all right. Shawn will be back. Montreal, what you think about that?
I don't know. I believe it. I don't know. I think it's one of them things where a lot of women just get that. They got that. I don't know. Everybody always asks women that because they want to know, like, why are you single? Why are you a beautiful, successful woman? Why are you single? What the fuck is the cray? Give me the cray side. Give me the reason that you fucked him up, or give me the cray side. So most of the time, I think y'all get the bad stick of that end because a lot of times it's like nobody ever question the man, why are you single? Did you beat the bitch? Did you like nobody, like the men never get that.
Right,
The women did. So
I,
yeah.
Mal.
Huh?
I think that is based on the company we keep. No dude is like, yo, when you gonna lock it down, yo, when you gonna start a family? That don't be happening. No dude is like, yo, look at my phone and look what's going. That don't be happening. That's why it happens. Nobody's like, hey, you're so happy and carefree. Don't you want somebody asking where you going, where you been, why you going? Why? No, no, nobody's ever thinking to themselves, don't you want to do on the spot interviews about anything that's ever happened during your day, that week, that month, your life? Nobody's thinking that. People see that guy and they're
Wait a
like, yo,
minute.
he is so happy. Look how
Wait a
happy
minute.
he is. And when
Mal.
women get around her friends, wait, when women get around her friends, they want to be like, oh, look what Joey's doing. He's in baseball. They all rubbing in their faces. Look what he just got me. He loved me so much. Oh, to what? Alexis Holidays is here, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? They all rubbing in your faces. That's the difference. It's the friends. Our friends is happy that we are that we have friends that are happy, and y'all rubbing it in a different type of way. That's what the difference is.
But why is it that when men talk about relationships, just like you just did, oh my gosh, she's so happy being single. Why would you want to be miserable and with somebody? That's how you just described it. Why
I
is
mean,
that? But I've
it
seen
just
men happy in relationships. Like why? Because Shawn said something about it. He's like, I wish I had. Like, I'm envious. Like, wait a minute. What is wrong with being in a relationship? And T
nothing's
is
wrong.
saying because I don't want to deal with the bullshit, the drama, and guys with potential but no drive. That's why
Mhm.
she's saying that she's single. You know what
Who
I
is
mean?
she dating?
That's
Where is she finding them guys at?
probably at the same place you be at.
I got a lot of
From what
choices.
I from what I can tell, to my
It's
immediate
like where she's
right
meeting the
there.
guys, not you, but where she's meeting the guys. They're probably, in there.
But that's the whole entire thing. To have the ability to just be like, yo, I'm gonna go out of town for the weekend. Like you don't have that. If women if they say they're gonna go, they want to know why. What they going? They want people to go with them. It's a whole entire thing. More women get invited to like family things. Come to
But
see my daughter
wait a minute
recital.
now.
Come to the
You
gender
don't think
reveal
that that
party.
happens on the other side? You don't think maybe because you don't date
That
men, you do
happens.
realize
That
that when you're in
happens.
a relationship with a man, They ask when you want to say, I'm gonna go away for the weekend. Who, where, why, what, with who? Who you going with? Who like got just as many questions.
Right.
It's not just a female thing. And
No,
that's the
I'm
thing
saying
that
the point.
kills me about you men. Y'all always act like it's all this female stuff, but y'all do a lot of the same things.
Well, I
I
don't do
agree.
dicks,
I
but in
agree.
Oh,
regards to
got
those who
quiet.
do,
Shit got quiet. Don't know.
I
Yeah,
agree.
nobody.
No, I
That
agree
you
with you.
ain't
I agree
shit.
with you.
If you got a woman that you really care about, that you love, y'all ask 1,005 fucking questions as if she was not on this planet before she met you. Like she
I
don't
don't.
know how to go from point A
I
to point
mean,
B without
I'm
your
I
gonna
don't.
ask
help.
questions more toward a protective way versus a who you gonna be with. Because I'm not that type of jealous person, but I will be like, I mean, you gonna be all right. Who you with? Just know what's gonna happen, and do I need to be there? Type attitude. But it depends what she's doing. So that's just me.
No. Why can't a woman be asking you that questions? Where you going? Who you gonna be with? Just for as a
Because I'm the
protective thing. If
protector.
something go
I'm
wrong
the
with you,
protector.
something
She not.
happens. I need to know where you
I,
at
I
because
don't.
I need to
I,
be in contact with you.
I don't think either one should do it. I really hate that part about relationships. I hate that part. I hate the part of
I
you gotta
agree.
question somebody. I hate that part of it. I hate the part that you got to ask me what the fuck I'm doing with my time. Why?
Men, but did you hear the question? Like Derek is saying, we ask questions to make sure that you're safe, not to be nosy.
That's
Right.
That's
bullshit, Derek. And you know it's
no
bullshit.
bullshit.
You
No.
don't give a fuck about the safety. You just worry about she's safe wearing condoms. That's what you worry about. You're
Yeah,
not
because like
fucking
you
worried
ask questions,
about.
it's certain homegirls, certain people. You like, you going out with Keisha? Like, what y'all getting ready to
No
do?
No.
man,
Because you
I'm gonna be
know,
honest.
like,
No.
I'm gonna have to be on Stiletto
people
side
that
right
ask
here.
those.
No man ask a woman a question about her fucking safety. You want to make sure Joe ain't in the room. You want to make
no.
sure she ain't having
No.
a good
Well,
time with Bob and them. You
see,
want to make sure
I'm not
when
gonna
she
be in a relationship
leaves,
with nobody I don't
I'm gonna
trust
say
though.
this.
So if I don't
you
trust you, I'm
got
not gonna be in a
listen.
relationship with you.
Any relationship,
Let me put it to you this
every
way.
relationship gonna have
Let
some
me say it to
sort
you
of
this
trust
way.
issue. All of
If
them.
I gotta worry about Joey being there, then he should already fucking be there. You
Right.
understand that?
You
What I'm saying is, but you're saying that when a woman is asking, what, like T is saying, so he can ask you, but you can't ask him. I'm not always asking questions. It's about caring about the person. So it's not even necessarily a clocking. It's I care
If
what's
you're
going
making
on with you.
if you're making a move, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not my duty to make sure you don't fuck people. It's my duty to make sure you don't want to fuck people. So if you're going out, you go out. You know what I'm saying? You enjoy your friends. Yeah, get there safely. Get there. I don't need a roll call. I don't need to know. Well, I mean, it's a 4-wheel drive. It might rain tonight. Nah, what the fuck are we talking about? Go out, have a good time, come back safely, so I can have you the way I want you, the way you left out. If I
Right,
gotta
but
worry
Mo,
about who,
you said, oh my goodness, if a man's single, he could just go away for the weekend, no questions asked, right?
right,
So a woman,
exactly right.
that's why a woman might be single, so she can go where she want to go and not be questioned. Men do just as much questioning as women. We
Oh
just
no,
as
no,
much.
I'm for
more.
freedom. I'm
Man,
for
man,
freedom. First of all, I am for freedom on both ways. I agree 1,000%. I'm not somebody who chooses one way or the other. But what I
men are
am
more
saying is
insecure
that
than women, believe it or not.
y'all's
What
friends is
Men
different than our
are
friends.
more insecure than women, believe it or not.
men are more
Well, that's
insecure than women?
Yeah.
well, that's what people. That's what people's opinion who date other men. Again, I don't do dicks. What I am saying is that it's based on
they're never
it's.
going to, that's the
Why
thing
does
about
it
men.
have to be you dating a man to know that somebody is insecure?
I don't have
All men,
because of the fact that
all men
if
are.
I think I don't have a way to know. Do I know that men are insecure? Sure, I've seen it. But I don't have a personal, as 1-5 just said, he doesn't have a personal thing where he's been with a man to know what it's like to be like. Now he knows so much about how to be in a relationship with a man. I'm just trying
No,
to be
no, no,
consistent
no,
with my
no, no, no. Fuck that, Mel. Because I am a man. I am a man. And I know what the fuck I go through, and I know what other men that talk to me go through. So, yes, the fuck I do know. Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do
oh,
with being another man.
oh, okay. Now you can relate to people whose experiences you haven't
No,
had
when
yourself.
somebody tell me,
Got you.
when you're around your guys and everybody got the same fucking issue, look in the mirror. Look in the fucking mirror.
Right.
I'm gonna say
I
this.
mean,
All right, all right.
why
All
do
jokes
you
aside, seriously. 1-5, me and you have been together out, and so me and you have been out together.
right?
Who have seen a picture of my grandkids and my kids one on one? Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? That's the point that I'm making. Our friends are different. So if you
I mean,
have female friends, that's what you talk about. That's the
so
point
you
that I'm
said
making.
So you're saying, and T is now back with you, Montrose. She said for the first time, he said something truthful. She's back in the building with you, baby. You got
The
her
thing
back.
is, oh,
But she didn't log off, There she got. But listen, but I do think that it is the pressure of the people around. Like a woman, people always, you cannot be okay and be single. Like when you tell somebody I'm single, they go, "What's wrong with you? You don't got no job?" You're like, "Yeah, I got a really good job." Which you got a whole bunch of kids? Nah, I don't have a whole bunch of kids. Which like they go, it's like a checklist. Like, bitch, was your coochie broke? Like all types of things. But people do not ask that when it comes to a man, male or female. Like Queen Ray was telling me earlier, and I know she had to step away for a second, but she was telling me, yo, I ask men that are attractive and that are well off, why are you single? Why? Why? And I mean, yeah, is it? But people don't question it as much, so that's why I thought. And Mantra, I do think that men are very insecure, and these men out here, girlfriend, okay, get it together.
It's sad. It's
It
sad.
is. Men are very insecure, but look at the men. They both quiet. Sean ain't got nothing to
I
say.
I I
Oh no,
witnessed it.
I agree. I agree.
I
I mean, we,
witnessed
we
it.
we can be very insecure. I mean, it depends on the person you're talking to, but yeah, I
You,
wouldn't say more than women, but yeah, we
yeah,
can all
you
be
you
equally
know
insecure.
you know what our weakness is as men when it comes to this whole relationship thing. We're territorial, so that's always going to bring an issue. Women are not territorial like
Our
men.
manhood too. We're very
Huh?
insecure about our manhood.
See what I'm saying? Because see that's the funny dirty part. Because I think it depends on who the fuck you are. 1-5. You train pit bulls. If you have to train if every single time you take your pit bull outside, you got to carry your leash. That ain't your pit bull. You are able to unlock the door and let your pit bull roam and come back home. True or false?
I don't have a pit bull, but yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm saying whatever your dogs are. So that's the whole entire thing. I'm not worried about if I have to constantly worry about you and check on you, this, that, and the other, then there's something wrong
But
with me. I'm
Mel,
an alpha.
Mel, that's a
I don't
bad
worry about
example.
that.
Mel, that's a bad example because to get those dogs like that, it took a lot of fucking training and putting them in line.
No, not training consistency. Not
No,
training
no, 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 no.
consistency.
Listen to what I'm saying to
That's
you.
what training
It
is.
took a
That's what
lot.
training is.
No,
That's
no,
what
no.
training is.
When you dealing, this is the thing. This is the I'm happy you said that. And this is some real shit. I'm probably going to get fried again. When you're dealing with women, the problem with men is, but we want to try to train them. We got to
It's
train.
not
We
about
do.
training.
We do. We want
It's
to
not
be
about training.
ways. We want to be
It's
cooks.
about
We want them to
consistency.
be everything. We want to be our secretary. We want to be everything in the world. And if they can't follow protocol,
Listen,
you already
because
know.
So
listen,
you're saying, Monty, the men
you trying to have it both ways.
train the women, like
Huh?
not necessarily. And Mel is saying that men they just you have to be consistent. So
That's
I
what
mean, is
that's
the
what
word
any type of
wait,
training is that.
is it the word training that's making people feel some kind of way? Because
It's when
is
you let
that
me
what it
tell you
is?
something.
Is
Let me
that
tell you
not what
something.
it
It's
is?
a consistent, it's
Listen.
a
Let me.
consistent practice.
Okay, so
Whatever that
listen.
is. It's a
Listen what I
consistent
said to you, Mel.
practice.
Listen what I said to you, Mel. You can't say that because you never trained nothing. And in your mind, you don't know that you are training something. But it's some real shit. When I started training dogs, it fucked me up to realize, like, damn, it's all about control. Everything that I'm doing with this dog is all about control. I got to have the control. So when you look at it, it's the same thing. We want men are that way, bro. Let me tell you what, when you got female trainers train way different than men. Men are more forceful, men are more aggressive, men want it now. And if it don't work, they get rid of the fucking dog. Fuck that dog. Give me another. I've seen
Okay,
it, bro. And I hate to
Mel,
use the
I'm gonna
dogs
go
and
to
women,
Mel. I'm gonna go to
but
Mel, and then
it kind
I'm
of
gonna go
it
top down
kind of goes
between
hand in
and then
hand.
Sean.
So
Mel,
let
Mel,
so let so let so let me get this straight because maybe I'm confused in terms of training and teaching. You trying to tell me that your key practice in training is not to consistently teach them to do the same thing over and over again so that they have it? Is that what you're telling me? Because otherwise they eat over here, they eat over here. Every day the dog is a surprise. Surprise, bitch, your bowl's upstairs. Like, what are we talking about? It's
Now, now,
consistency.
now, hold up, Mel. Listen to what I'm saying. If you train a dog something, you do it over and over again, then become routine. You don't want a routine as dog. So if a routine as dog for what I train for, A routine that dog gonna do goofy shit. So when you want to do something to do this out of routine, guess what? It's gonna it's gonna fucking not know what the fuck's going on. So no, we don't. I
Okay.
don't train routine
So,
shit.
so Mel, you're saying that it's not control, it's not training, it's teaching and consistency is what men want from a woman.
How do you develop expectations on your mate if you don't know what they're going to bring? It's based on what they've consistently brought. That's how you gain that. So this way
That's bullshit.
I know I don't have to go out and fuck somebody else, because I know when I get in the house, I'm gonna be able to fuck when I wake up, fuck when I go to bed. That's how you know it. Now if all of a sudden that consistency breaks,
I'm a
all of a sudden I am more prone to go, because now I've been trained to get pussy when I wake up. I've been trained to get pussy when I go to bed. Now you cut my training off. The consistency is out of balance.
No,
that's what I'm talking about.
You know the sad part. You can have all that shit and your consistency with all that shit, and you still gonna do some dumb shit. You know why? Because it's a routine. That's why. Because it's a routine. And when you go outside the routine,
you're saying it's a routine. So anytime when something becomes a routine, that anything can break that routine, which may lead you to doing something else. I don't know what just happened to Mel, but I'm gonna bring Bell back on when Queen Ray. Go ahead, Mel. Montreal, go ahead with your statement, and then Queen Ray. Do you hear this?
That's exactly what I'm saying. When you got a routine, when you're in a routine, so basically, like Mel said, you train to wake up the fuck, go to sleep the fuck, wake up the fuck. The minute that you don't get that fuck in the morning, the routine is broke. Now it's a problem. Oh, it's new. Oh, what the fuck happened? Oh, what's going on? What's wrong with you? Oh, what's your fuck out of here, bro?
Okay, routine. Queen Ray. Montreal is saying that you hear him, and then Mel is saying and you heard him. But basically, they're both like, listen, train them. Women need to be trained, or it needs to be consistent, some type of routine. This is what we need. Queen Ray, what are you thinking after hearing this?
Maybe I don't like the word train.
Okay. Do you
I mean, I do understand there's when you show consistency and patterns that is people can put their trust into that, or they can, they're comfortable with it, like they it's a security almost. But I don't know about, I think it's the word like training sounds like
what about teaching? Mel said teaching.
Yeah, I would prefer like that word, because teaching is more or less like what you know, or what you know to be true, as opposed to what you feel like they have to do.
I mean,
so training and teaching is not the same thing.
A job, right? I was going to say, if you go to a job and you go through training, are they not teaching you how to do the job?
Yes, it's the same thing.
Not, I don't know.
Yeah. But like I said, it's the
word.
It feels like the word. It's the verbiage.
Okay, it's the word.
To me, teaching and training different things, because you're teaching habits. Training, teaching, you're teaching knowledge. Training, you're teaching habits. So it's a little different, in my opinion.
No. Training, you learn from training, bro. You can
learn from training.
That's not habit. You know what's habit?
So,
again, routine. And see, the thing of it is, I get it, Ray. Training is such an animal word. It just seems like you got to be tricked into doing something. But teaching is the same thing.
So, no, it's not. I'm tell you why. What's
the difference between teaching and training?
Hey, Montreal, earlier, I taught you about Reconstruction era, all right? You learned about that. I had to go over it again. I told you what it was straight up. I didn't have to go over. I didn't have to reward you. Training doesn't just require consistency. It also requires reward too. If we maintain that.
Training.
What kind of dog? You train a dog. How you train a dog without giving it a treat?
Bro,
you cannot train a dog without giving it a treat.
Just trying to understand how we training dogs and training females in the same conversation. I just want y'all to understand. And y'all
this is what I'm saying.
You gotta get that bitch a treat. You gotta get that bitch.
No, but this is the crazy part. I am not.
seriously talking about it like the same. First of all, training is more abstract and theological, and then teaching, and then training is more hands-on. But they're both still in.
The
They're
same
right
thing.
there.
It's the
They're right
same thing. You don't have to give somebody a choice, bro.
missionalize everything. They're
But
you teach
training, you
They're
want to have it.
observing, but
if you're potty training a kid, you're teaching them how to use the bathroom with not to use like
Not 1-5.
so I get it, but I'm just sitting here like y'all are really talking about the dog comparison to the female comparison, and I really
No,
believe,
I
and
think
I know I'm gonna get shot down for this. I really do believe that it is similarities, and that's how y'all feel about it. Y'all really look
I
at
just
it
said that.
like just like Mel said, if you let your dog off the leash and your dog roams away, then
but
that's
rolls away.
the same way
but
that females.
but what I'm saying is that my point is universal though. My point is universal. If you have to constantly chase after whatever your pet of choice is, then it's not your pet. You know what I'm saying? If your pet don't know to come home where the bowl is at, then it's not your pet. You know what I'm saying? If your dude don't know where to come to get what his needs, or your girl don't know where to come to get her needs satisfied, that ain't your girl.
That's not true. That's not the case.
It's great. So if because we're talking about dogs too. So if your dog goes somewhere else and on his way home, he sees a cheesesteak, which is something you don't normally give him, and he eats the cheesesteak and likes the cheesesteak, but still comes home, then that's still your dog?
Yes.
No, because
yes. Let me explain something to you.
Is
At
that
the end
still,
of the day,
he still came
I'm not
home?
gonna go deep into this dog thing, but at the end of the day, let me explain something to you. This is what I consider not my dog. If you're able to take my dog from me, that means my dog choose you over me. That's not my fucking dog. That's your dog now.
But you nowhere around. The dog is outside. They saw something that smelled good. And it was like,
It's my dog.
eat this cheesesteak over here. So you're saying your dogs are so well trained that they're gonna say, fuck that cheesesteak. I'm gonna go home and get at home to eat.
Exactly.
All right.
them 4-minute meals. That dog will eat quick.
I'm glad that you. Okay, I mean that was definitely very interesting. Gas prices are super duper high right now, and everybody is hollering, "Where's the president and the vice president? Where are they?" And this young lady sent me an inbox saying, "Why do people only holler for the president or care what's going on with the presidency when gas prices get high? Food has been on high. Fucking jobs are still not paying good. The shit, 900 people just got laid off on Zoom. You know what I'm saying? So." Like, but nobody's talking about the president. They usually, when the gas prices, you'll see the news, you'll see people on the news talking about where's the president and things of that nature. And is Biden's administration doing a better job than what Trump's administration was doing? And I'm gonna go to Shawn for that. Shawn, what do you feel about that? What do you think about all that I just unloaded out here?
First of all,
You breaking up.
You're so breaking up, Shawn. Yikes.
She said,
I don't know where. Yikes. I don't know where he moved to, but we'll wait for Shawn to get better coverage. I'm gonna move on to somebody else. I'll come back to Shawn. Mel, because I know you follow politics very, very strong. But what do you think about that?
I think that in the immediate, certain things he did reverse of Trump's. Trump, when we got back into it, some of those things were necessary. But I do think that a lot of the things he just left his hands off, you know what I'm saying? From immigration to climate I know they were trying to do for infrastructure, but they started infrastructure at 15 million and they approved it for 1.4 trillion. 15 trillion, well, 1.4 trillion. So I think that, I don't think that he is doing a lot in regards to even like the tariffs. I think a lot of the things that people didn't like that Trump put in place are still in place. So we still are hitting those companies with, the country with tariffs and everything like that. We still haven't solved so many of like I said, the border. And certain things was going to happen anyway. Inflation isn't his fault. It's happening all over the world. some of these things aren't his fault, but some of the things that you thought he was going to do and change, he hasn't. I mean, I myself would have liked for him to be more. I think if you're really going to be somebody who speaks on national security, defense, this, that, and the other, homeland security, you need to start calling out these groups as fucking terrorist groups and prosecuting as such. If you can bring the RICO law against fucking Italians and Crips and these fucking local boys around here, you can do the same exact thing with these Proud Boys and these Ku Klux Klan members who money is infiltrated all through our government, all through our country on every single level. So I think that, when some of these things, if he said he was really wanting to tackle on heads on,
Uh-huh.
tackle, right up front, he just chose not to and pick more things that was happening in the band in the reverse than what
Mhm.
than what the article was about to address. And Kamala Harris is just the first woman of color vice president.
Where is she? That's a lot of people are asking. Since Converses and Pearls have, where is she? Um, Shawn, you're back. I see you got great connection now. You're nice and clear. Skin is glowing. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Melanin.
What do you feel about that? What is this president any better than the last president? Are you seeing any changes? Are the gas prices his fault? What's going on?
Well, first of all, the gas prices aren't his fault. People don't understand patterns,
Mhm.
and gas prices rise and fall all the damn time.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, during the wintertime, less people drive, and I mean, I'm sorry, yeah, less people drive during the wintertime, so it kind of goes up and down, up and down. So that's not his fault at all. That's just something Republicans try to throw at us to make us think and fool us and stuff. But no, do I think I don't think Biden has been the best president. No, I think we were kind of forced to vote for him, which is stupid. Um, but we all just wanted to get Trump out of there, and we didn't have a better choice, honestly, at the time. So um, he's doing. I think like Mel said earlier, he's doing what we thought what a old man gonna do. He's very just passive and there's a lot of things he could do better that he's not. I think a lot of people thought because he was in the Obama administration, he was going to be like Obama. But
Right.
no, he was who he was, and we knew who he was going to be, honestly. And I kind of realized that too going to the election. But uh, it became us against them, and
Mhm.
unfortunately, he was the side on our side. So
Right. Less is the lesser of the two evils, so to speak,
right,
in the thought
right.
process. Um, Queen Ray, do we have a comment? I'm gonna let Montreal speak, and then we'll read that comment, and then go to you, because it is a long comment. So I
Right.
just figured go ahead and read over it real quick and see if we're gonna read it. But Montreal Anthony from the 1-5. What do you feel?
Um, yeah, I think gas prices are what they are. I mean, gas prices is gonna keep going up because fossil fuel is becoming a extinct thing. It don't have nothing to do with the president. Um, that's why they try and change it over. You know what I mean? A lot of times y'all be blind to the wrong shit. It had nothing to do with the president. And the thing of it is, I never got into that. So I really can't. I don't know what the fuck Biden doing. I don't sit around and I stopped fucking watching all those presidential things when Donald Trump got out of office. Like the entertainment of it is gone. Like I don't get into that, and I'm trying to give you a good answer, but I have none. Like I didn't. I
So you
forgot
were
that they.
That's
watching the
cool.
presidential election you were watching the president for entertainment. That's why
Yeah,
you
I was
say
watching Donald Trump for entertainment purposes. Yeah, I'm being real. Right? It was fucking really
I mean, I'm
entertaining.
not mad at that answer. A lot of people were watching that
Right.
he was
He
very
was very
entertaining.
entertaining.
So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, Montreal. But I think that you keep it real, and you always tell us you don't vote, you don't do this, but you do speak about laws a lot, which kind of confuses me because how are we going to make any changes if you don't
I, I I
do
speak
that?
about laws a lot because laws really affect people, and when we
Right,
do vote, like when people vote for people. And I always be like, yo, end of the day, people don't the people when you put new mayors and all these people in these positions, y'all are looking past the big thing. And I'm really firm on that law thing because at the end of the day, laws affect everything. And then if you look back at a lot of these laws that affects things, they old as fuck. And
right.
nobody
I think
addressing that.
you know what? I've said this before.
Nobody.
Marshall. I think you should run for something in Baltimore. I think that you have a lot to say. I do. I think that you have a lot to say, and the meritorial race could use a
I
little
will most
up.
definitely fuck around, probably win.
I'm telling you, you might win. Some people that don't vote might vote.
Woo,
Um, Queen Ray, can
woo.
we get this? Yeah, I'm just saying it can happen. If Donald Trump could be president, Montrell Anthony could be fucking president. I
Fuck
don't care.
yeah.
I can see that.
I'm
I
just
can
saying,
see that.
I can see him being a mayor
Um,
of somebody's city.
just be, just because we haven't heard anything about it doesn't mean the matters are not being addressed. Why do people think things supposed to happen as soon as new president gets in office? Politics has many layers depending on what party has the majority in Congress. Yeah.
Very,
I was
very
actually going to say something similar to that, like that just because we don't see it doesn't mean that like things aren't being done or worked on behind scenes. And if you think about it, they said there's a lot of stuff that he's going to have to do to cover or make up for what Trump did. And so it's like almost you got like when I go to work, I cannot do what I have to do for that day until my station is clean.
right,
So it's the same, like I see it as the same thing. Like there's some things that like we don't know, or there's other people that they're trying to get out to and things like that of that nature, that they're trying to focus on getting that done before it's like we can address all these other things.
so
And a
you
lot
think
of people think about they're passionate or strong about what is in their realm of experience and what they're going through. So
right,
sometimes we don't even know the bigger picture, or you know, like they're always talking about like these meteors and stuff that's like coming towards Earth. If you're not
hmm
a scientist or someone who studies that stuff, you don't really pay attention to that, or you don't know. And we're
right,
not going to know until like the thing is dang near about to hit Earth, something like that. It's like that doesn't mean that there aren't people there or things behind the scenes that aren't being done or being taken care of, because
right.
we don't personally see it all the time on the news every day. We were hearing about Trump every day because he was doing stupid stuff every day. He was a social media president.
Yep.
So it just seems
Because he was
like he
so
took
out there and so entertaining, and now we have a
away the
president
theatrics
that's
of
not,
it. Right.
and it's
And
like
they're back to
going on.
work.
I mean, I will say,
Well,
Mel, as you were sitting there shaking your whole face broke down. So
because
I know you have something to say, Republican.
well, word, you know what I'm saying? But because of the fact that I spoke to specifically the things that he could have done without it through executive order that Trump did put in place. So there was
Hmm.
nothing to say that he couldn't have approved university DACA kids. There was nothing to say that he couldn't have done things to increase the Pell or the benefits of FAFSA. Those things were reduced under Trump. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. Those things didn't go to Congress. Those things didn't go to Senate. The same thing with the border. The same thing with the tariffs. Those things are having impacts on states that may not be ours because we're on the coast. But if you
Right.
live in other states, they had direct impact on you. So I
Hmm.
think that in regards to those type of things, he could have done that, and he
Right.
has chosen not to, and has been addressed on why he hasn't, and sidestepped the question.
Yes.
And
He,
That's
and
Democrat.
and I
That's
do think
Democrats.
real quick, I'm gonna say this is that when you elect people who don't look like you, who don't represent you, how can the laws then have anything to represent what you stand for? You think that if you elect me president, that I'm going to have some sort of control on abortion clinics and drugs? I'm not. It's gonna be It's gonna be a free for all for everybody. But
mm,
you don't want to put me in office. You know what I'm saying? You because I represent a different demographic of people. You want to
right.
put in somebody that's going to have a little more restraint. And if you
Mm.
decide to stay hands off and say I don't give a fuck, then I mean those are the laws that you get in place.
Montreal, I think that was for you.
Mm.
Montreal said, okay. But it is. You can't be hands off. You can't say I don't like something, but not doing. But I know you do
Bro,
things like
and
you're like Biden. You're doing things behind the scenes, right?
the end,
That
yeah, the
are-
end of the day is this is why I truly don't do it. These, like I said, these laws been in effect for hundreds of years, and people been voting and putting new people in and out this motherfucking government shit for many hundreds of years. And guess
Right.
what's still the same? People change. All this other shit we talk about, but those old ass fucking
I mean,
laws,
but
nobody
there have been
fucking
plenty.
addresses.
There have been plenty of
So
laws that have changed, though, Montrell.
no,
You
no,
you
no, no,
have
no.
been
What I'm
added
basically saying,
and
what I'm
taken away.
basically saying, what I'm basically saying, there's a lot of they make a lot of new laws, and they try to cover up laws and say, yeah, we changed this, but a lot of shit that got people like
Okay.
it's like crazy, like you I don't know, man. It's just to me, it's
Right.
like if I vote for Joe Blow and Joe Blow get in office, first thing he gonna do is tell me about a bunch of shit that I don't want to hear about. Dude, I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? Why the
So that's
motherfuckers getting why is it the fact that the prison system is run like a slave ship? You did? Like you
right.
holding
Oh,
people 20 years.
no. You can't say slave ship because you don't fucking believe in that. Don't you
You
use
say
I
it.
just got it. When I
don't
talk,
you use slave
listen,
nothing.
listen. When I
Uh-huh.
Hell no.
listen.
Bing bong.
No,
Bing
no, no, no,
bong.
no, no. When
Uh-uh.
I say slave ship,
All from the
listen to me.
camp.
When I
No,
say
bing
slave ship,
bong.
I have to say it so people can know what I mean.
No.
If I say
The
I'm
word
gonna say it, like, what is you saying? What is you saying?
Shenanigans.
Fucking,
Shenanigans.
bing bong. I'm
I'm
saying.
telling you, man.
Hey,
Ba-da-ding,
anyway, let's move
ba-da-boom.
on.
Okay. I won't say it
Move
again. I
on.
won't use the
It's
word
all right,
slavery ever
boo.
again.
Yeah, you better not ever use
You
slavery.
Ever
bet.
again.
Um,
Ever.
but we are now into the grown zone. If you have children, please put them to
Woo.
bed. They should already be in bed. It is a school night. So listen, it's about to get really, grown up because it's the grown zone. I've gotten several comments from people like, y'all so nasty because it's the grown zone. You can always watch this fucking part. You know what I mean? Like, these are the things people have choices and options. And if you do enjoy this portion, here we go. Here we go. So listen. Okay, this gentleman
Honey.
wrote the stiletto letter, and let me read the whole shit for y'all jump. Okay, he's saying
Uh-oh.
stop telling women not to use their hands during oral sex. Stop telling women not to use their hands when given oral sex. He said, listen, he said, it looks cool with no hands. I get it. You can put the whole thing in there and it's all about the visual. But that mouth hand combo is a great thing. I'm not, you're missing out on so much. And I meet so many, and I mean, I'm quoting this. I meet so many women that try to suck it without their hands. And I don't know who taught y'all this shit. Shawn, welcome to the grown zone. Uh, no hands. This gentleman is very upset. He said the men have done this. This is y'all doing. Y'all telling women not to use their hands when sucking dick. Talk to me.
So, I am married, so that means I haven't had sex in a long time. So, no, I'm kidding. But no, for real. So yeah, I agree. Um, do you get somebody know how to do that pepper cracker thing at the same time? Um,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I can. Yeah, if she know how to do that right, then yeah, please use your hands. I don't know if it's our fault. I think maybe they watching porn too much. When you got to see what's going on in porn, so they cannot tell them how to do that. I don't know, but
Uh-huh.
but yeah, I agree. Just use your hands.
Use the hands.
All right,
Okay.
I'm,
Because
I'm
he
pro
said,
hands.
specifically saying, he said, when the hands are used, I understand that women are not able to suck as much because the hand is like blocking certain areas of the penis,
I
but
mean, she picks it up. I mean, but yeah,
mix it
yeah,
up. Okay, so you saying do a little pepper, like you said, some
yeah,
pepper,
yeah,
then
yeah.
hands, pepper, no hands. Okay, I got you. I got you. Mel, you are upset right now. I am going to wait for you. I'm going to hold you. Montreal Anthony, hands, no hands. He's saying stop telling these women to stop using their damn hands.
I don't know who's telling these women that. Because I most definitely ain't. I ain't never. The fuck you doing? Why would
I
you
think
do?
so.
Like why? Like who's you to tell somebody not to do something? Fuck. I let them sound like Mel. Like who the fuck is you to be? Like you can't turn nothing. This is the thing. The no hands thing came from that dumbass song. Look, ma, no hands.
Hands.
Look, ma, no hands. Look, ma, no hands. Okay, the trick over, bitch. Get back to the basics. I
I,
don't understand that.
you
I don't understand that. I don't even the visual of it. It's like
But the thing about it
this.
is, Isn't it all about preference though? Can it
It
be
is.
somebody
I mean,
prefers
shit. Some
that?
people, some people like it with their feet. Some people like feet and shit. I don't know. I just
So what do
never.
you mean? Like you mean sucking and the feet at the same time? Is that what you're talking about, Montreal? Because you
But
do
that's
have
a
a
very. If somebody that's special to have that, then fuck it. I'm jealous. Now I'm jealous. Now I'm jealous.
That's talent.
There you go. You done
Right.
put the jealous
You're
bone on
good.
me. Yes, I am very jealous. If somebody
okay,
can experience that shit,
right.
I'm fucking yeah. But no, I
So it's excited. What? You're smiling hard
Stumbling
as
over his words.
right.
but no,
I
I don't. Yeah, use
stuttering
the
and
hand.
shit.
Use the hand. Use the hand. Use the hand.
Made you blush on that one. Oh shit.
Hilarious.
That's the grown zone of Dell. Mel. You okay over
Why you
there?
look so disgusted?
No
Yo,
hands.
because I'm,
The guy said stop telling people not to use hands.
yo, mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Mind your business. Why do we have so much time on our hands? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. You can use your hands, you can use your hand, you can use no hands. Just use something in regards to having that bottom jaw loose. I don't give a fuck about nothing else.
But
I don't even
is it a such thing as too much hands?
no, unless she's an orangutan. Only if you're dating an orangutan. Only then. Only then is there such thing.
So you've never
Otherwise,
had
I'm not.
to do too much hand and not enough sucking?
I don't give a fuck if she get my dick to forearm shiver. I don't care. You understand what I'm saying? I came to have a good time. I ain't got time to be all like, hold on a second, wait a minute. I just want you to use your knuckles. Like, what am I, a fucking oral diva? What the fuck are we talking about? No, no, I'm not co-signing on that. I am on. If you are on this side, I'm not on your side, and if you're on the other side, I'm not on your side. I'm on my fucking side.
Queen Ray. Hands, no hands. That are is this a thing? Have you ever had anybody tell you not to use your hands? If you've ever done that, and I know you're a virgin, but have you?
No, that's Cletus. I've absolutely done it in my life. It's, people pleaser. Whoever I'm the pleaser. So what you want?
Right.
What you want? That's it. Like one hand, two hand, both hands, no hands. It is what it is.
You made a dance.
I don't know if I've had someone tell me don't use my hands. I
Like,
think
move your
it's
hands
all
out of the
about
way.
finding out what they can do for you. Like, what can I do for you? Like, you don't know if you don't want no hands from that person until they've done it with no hands. I don't know. Like,
I've heard people say that women are hard on a dick. I have heard this where they say, y'all, what are y'all doing? You squeezing it all hard, you jerking it real fast. Like, what are you doing? And I had a young lady say, I do it the way I see men masturbate. So that's the way I do it. Yeah, because men, when this is what it looks like, so you masturbate really fast, vigorously. So she's like, this is how I do it because I don't have one of my own. So I just it must feel good.
Now, see, in my mind, that's like that's it takes more like you can't really tickle yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't make yourself laugh how someone else can make you laugh from tickling you. You know what I'm saying?
But
so
the
it's like,
a woman,
why would you?
She may duplicate that pace during her masturbation session.
But see, I would think that pace would come from the fact that it's you. Like, it's a different mindset. I don't know. I don't know.
You know who to really blame here? It's the blame
because
y'all.
I would never.
It's the blame the women. You know why? Because if you know somebody out there that's doing goofy shit like that, you supposed to correct her. Because this is how you use it. You stop. You know. Come on, y'all know. Y'all
I ain't
know
gonna lie. If a girl told me that she did that to a guy, I would be like, "What's your problem?" Like,
exactly.
I understand, but I also
what
understand
nerves. A lot of the
understand
time,
the
men don't
gentleness.
complain. Men don't say anything. They might talk about it later and maybe never let it happen again. But they're not saying stop. Don't do it.
Well, they say that
I'm happy if you just touch it.
They don't want them to not do it anymore.
Let me tell you something.
You happy somebody just touching it, Shawn?
I'm just happy to touch it. I'm happy right there. Well, we already doing good. So hey, I ain't complaining.
Real shit.
These motherfucking dicks must be
And
wimbledon.
right.
So should a woman not
And
jerk
other
it?
thing, look, and you talk about it recreating masturbation. Like, if I first of all, man, look, we all know we don't jerk off the same way we do in front of when we do by ourselves. First of all, so when we by ourselves, it's ugly. You don't want to see it, and you don't want to recreate that. But we in front of you, ain't the same shit. So I don't know why they're trying to recreate that.
You can't just throw that out there. This is priceless information that the world needs to know. So when men masturbate in front of a woman, y'all do it one way, but then when you're by yourselves, it's a different way. How? What we explain?
Go ahead, Shawn.
It's like singing. It's like singing in the shower and singing on the stage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you may be off key. Look, it's not. It don't look the same. It's all about when we by ourselves. It's all about necessity versus we trying to do something with you, whatever. It's different.
Right.
So what Shawn's trying to say, when we by ourselves, we're thinking about everybody but you. You're not the cause of this is about to happen. This is just going off like damn, and then it comes back to you. Yeah, you still.
So that's why we come out all sweaty and our clothes ripped off, and we just finished transforming from being the Hulk. Like, how the fuck were you on a beach for 3 months? Why do you look that way? Huh? What? No, bitch, just give my cup. Huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
I
whole.
understand that because I don't think the women do it the same way when you're performing it.
Let me just say this.
Do it
Maybe I'm different. Maybe I'm different than other people and the person that wrote the letter. When it comes to getting head, my main concern is typically a wet mouth and throat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm worried about. I don't give a fuck if you don't even have hands. I don't care. You could be 2 hooks on my shit. How does that throat feel? That's my question.
Right. That's what I was kind of thinking. I'm like, wait, it's oral sex. It's not a hand job. So I mean, I get the combo, but should it not be more oral than hand? But y'all are saying hands is the peppers and am I missing something?
No.
She could have 2 hooks on hands.
Can I ask you a question, Mel? Just curious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite sure I'm gonna get the answer I'm looking for. You ever had a dry mouth?
Yes.
You
yes, I have.
Mouth, because I've heard that a lot of I've heard this before, and like dudes will say,
what did I do?
Especially women that smoke weed and things like that. Sometimes they have a very like cotton mouth. How do you what do you do in that situation? Do you continue to let it? I mean, do you do the spitting in the mouth?
No, I just fuck it. That's what I've learned. Like, it seems to me that when they have a dry mouth, they have a stronger take for the jab.
So hold up. You're forcing your penis in a dry mouth with teeth.
Right. I'm like, have a dry mouth.
Listen. First of all, see, this is the thing. I didn't say bite. You know what I'm saying? If you stick it back there far enough, that mouth is going to get wet. It's either that or she's going to die. What's she going to do? Die or spit? What's she going to do? What you gonna do, y'all? What you gonna pick, bro? Huh? What you gonna do?
Bro, I'm just not taking that chance of it not slipping and going through the right way. Like, if it go left, you jam it and it go left, just a tad left and hit them back teeth.
Listen, first of all, I'm gonna tell you something. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I've had lots of side teeth for my shit and side teeth for my shit. I mean, it comes with having a thick dick. That's what happens, bro. It comes to the game.
No. It's a difference. It's a difference.
No. What I'm saying is that once you are committed, I'm as committed as you are. That's what I'm saying. Game on, bitch. Like, you ain't said nothing but a word. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Right. So she's giving you dry. Her mouth is dry. You're going to the back and see if you can get the liquid to come forward, is what you're saying. Getting that mucus. You went to get the mucus. Okay. Montreux, you're like, no, you're not doing a dry mouth. Are you gonna stop her? Are you gonna stop a woman if she's giving you oral?
Thank you, Stiletto. That's the point. Thank you.
I would. It's probably not even gonna work. It's like, fuck is you
I don't
doing?
believe
Nah,
him.
I'm good.
I don't
I'm,
believe
tell,
him.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna take my sensitive section of my body and jam it down a fucking dry throat with teeth. Fuck
Listen,
that.
the tongue.
That's
See,
like, Mel.
you are talking
I'm
crazy.
not doing it, bro. I ain't
The
doing it.
tongue is nothing but moisture, and that's where the moisture comes from. You got it's like a fucking well. You're just digging for oil, bro. It's just spit. You got to get it out of there. It's coming.
Nah,
It's coming.
nah,
It's
nah,
coming.
nah, nah, nah,
So
nah.
there's
There
no
you go.
spitting in the mouth. So it's never a point where you spit in the mouth to lubricate her with you.
Huh?
Mm, I ain't never thought of that.
Oh Lord.
Whoa.
I'll
Hey,
say
learn something new
I'll
every
say get
day.
some water. You know what I'm saying? Get something to drink or something like that. But
Learn something
spit,
new every day.
Where's
Right.
where's
That's
Dame at?
Learn
hey,
something new every
right.
day.
That ain't bad.
Nah,
That ain't bad at all.
that's a good
I like
idea.
that for though.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to, you alleviate if the vagina was wet. Sometimes people use saliva. So it's like if the mouth is wet, dry, what do you do in that situation? I don't know.
Mm.
I just was
Hey
asking
Ray,
for
what would you do?
That's
right. I
crazy.
mean, really,
Well,
have
I
you ever
heard guys, there's guys who like they told me that they don't stop, like they switch it up. So like they might just be like, all right, just give me the ass or something. You know what I'm saying? They just get her away from that whole notion period.
of
Like
doing
we'll
of doing
continue to do some other stuff, but we like this that you're doing right here is not that
have you
pleasing to me. So
have you ever heard about a man giving oral sex with a dry mouth?
Guess
I
not.
mean, I mean, this the same thing. Women will be like, "Yeah, that's not working." Like,
No, I mean it
because
can happen. You get something to
it can
drink. That's what you
happen.
do. It can
No,
happen.
I'm just like I said, I threw him off guard with the spit in the mouth. I'm just saying, I'm just asking for a friend. Yes, what? Yes, what,
Derek
Derek?
said yeah.
Yes to
He-
No, he was saying yes. Have
mouth.
you heard of the dry mouth thing? That's what.
Oh, okay. A man having dry mouth. I think if a man's mouth, if his mouth is dry, to me, it feels different. Like the
Yeah,
tongue doesn't feel it's
it's a
very
little,
textured. Like it's very,
little more
yeah, a
rougher.
little rough, a little sandpapery. So
Yeah,
But
yeah,
road cancer.
huh?
that's
no,
what I'm saying. It's the same. It's the same. That's
it's
why I'm
not.
trying to
It's
figure out
not.
why would
No,
he say
it's so upsetting. Like
It's not.
it's the same.
It's
Like
not. It's not the
feel like
same.
you have your dick in somebody's mouth that's
right?
dry.
And he's gonna
yeah.
take this sensitive part of his body and shove it.
Yeah,
Yo, I don't understand.
Oh,
I don't understand why you so concerned about how I spend my money. I pay for
Hey,
the
hey,
whole
bro,
hour,
it's
nigga.
yours. It's yours. It's
I pay
yours.
for the whole hour, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The fuck?
It's yours, bro.
I'm just
It's
saying,
yours.
well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I don't think that there's any specific, whatever it is that gets you off. I would assume, just like Queen Ray said, was the plet. If you don't like no hands, then don't use no hands. You might be a visual person that you want to see all of it go in the back of the throat. You
as
may not
far as
want
it
the
can
hands in
go.
the way.
I don't give a
And
fuck if it feels like a cat's tongue.
you,
Lick away. I'm not
you
stopping
think
nothing.
no man has ever, because when I said something about a woman squeezing it too hard or being too rough with your penis, Shawn, you've never had anybody be too rough with your dick?
I mean that goes back to me saying earlier. When long she touches it, I'm happy. So I mean, I might be like, I've had it happen before, but I mean, it kept going. I mean,
So how are we supposed to know if you men are suffering in silence? Why are you
So
not saying,
selfish.
"Ow, I don't like that," so that she knows not to do that to other people?
He don't care
Well,
about other people. He's selfish.
yeah, right, right. I mean, that's if you think about the next man while you having sex, something wrong.
But I'm just saying, you
so
think about you, it hurts. I don't like it. Why not express that like a woman would if you
so
were jabbing it inside?
Oh
She's
shit!
like, how's she gonna say ow? Like I don't,
Picture that.
that gives you an
Pic-
indication that I don't like that.
Picture a guy saying,
so
I don't like that."
so
Right, right.
in the times
Like
that
that,
I
but he's
have
like,
had,
whoa, that's too rough. Like I can picture, I can see a guy saying, whoa, you being too rough.
Or
Like,
the
yeah,
tap.
You
That
know,
normally
you know.
happens.
Baby,
That
slow
normally
down.
happens.
Slow down.
That
You
normally
know.
that normally happens with the balls or something like that. You might go a little too hard, but in my times when I've had the absolute worst or the worst head ever, I did let them know because they thought they did such a great job, and they was like, "How was it?" And I was like, "It was awful. Like it was nothing. I would. It was no
But did you
way.
finish though? But did you finish though? If you finished it, it couldn't have been that awful.
No, we just eventually went on to the big show. Like you know what I'm saying? Let's go and
Yeah.
wrap this
That's
up.
what I'm
So,
saying.
You know what I
so,
mean?
so,
So,
'cause
so
my
hold
thing
up, hold
is,
up, hold up, hold up, hold up. You mean tell
It was
me
awful.
she may tell you she gave you bad head, and she was like, "How was it, man?" You was like, "Awful," and then y'all start
So
fucking.
what happened was this was supposed to be her specialty. You know what I'm saying? So she did this whole entire thing. This,
I
put
got
the
you
He
tea
now.
was
in her
talking
mouth, and
shit.
oh,
yeah.
I
that's
got
And
you.
that's
so,
shocking.
but the thing about it was that I legitimately just hated it. I wouldn't wish it on nobody. I would never wish for what she did to me. I
Damn.
would never wish for what she did
Wow,
to me
man.
to anybody. I hated it. I didn't stop her though. And when she asked about it, so how was it? I was like, it was awful. I didn't like it at all. I
But
don't
you
have a way
mentioned
to be
your
like,
balls, Mel. You mentioned your balls. A lot of
yeah.
times I've heard men say that women suck on the balls or do rough things to the balls. What do y'all not? Why don't you? So do you stop them when a woman is like sucking? Like I've seen some sucking to the ball, and I'm like, that looked like it doesn't feel that great. Why don't y'all
So
say anything?
you'll know because what'll instantly happen is all of a sudden something hits you in your head and it's floppy dick because as soon as you do it, that's what happens. Like because I don't really like, you know what I'm saying, my balls is kind of sensitive, and as soon as you go there, before I have a chance to say something, you don't already got hit in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an
Ah,
instant no. Like I mean it's just
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Montrell, why do you
But
look so
I
confused?
always
Anyone ever
appreciate the
touch your
effort.
balls?
Huh?
Montrell looks like he is so confused. Have you not had anyone do lick on your or suck on your area there
Yeah,
beneath your
yeah,
feet?
no, no. I was just listening about how he got sensitive testicles and ramrod dry mouths. So,
Yes, it
like,
was true, y'all.
But
like,
isn't
Yeah.
the penis like a
Right.
little less sensitive? The balls are like the most sensitive area. No,
I agree with
Right.
Mel.
no,
no,
Yeah, I agree
my
with Mel on that one. For real. Like,
no.
yeah,
What you mean sensitive as in like inflicting pain or sensitive? Like, I think to me, I don't know. I think that's like an intensifier area. It intensifies it. I mean, it's
Whatever
me.
whatever you want to call it,
yeah.
it's definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll set some alarms off. Like you want to take it easy. I don't give a fuck how much,
Yeah, I
like
mean,
easy.
we might let you do it, but we damn sure watching you when you're doing it though. Like, hold on now. Like, you go, it should, a little bit more pressure. We done.
okay.
Is,
Lady
she, is
Keys,
that is that question for us, T?
that question is for
Yeah.
y'all, T, as we can wrap it up for the night. So we might as well answer T's question real quick. Is head a must when having sex?
No.
Not
Not for me.
every time.
Yeah.
Not every time. But it's definitely highly on the list.
Look at Mel. Mel's the only one that has not chimed in. Mel is the only one that
Because
has
You can't
not
get
chimed
it every time
I
now.
know, I know. So
Okay.
it's not a must, but it's right underneath of it. You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
I'm
Like it's
saying. It's up
strongly
there.
preferred. It's very strong. It's the very, that fifth circle, very strongly preferred. That's where I'm at with it. There's never a time. It's never a bad time to be like you never had to ask me. I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. I don't give a fuck where we are. Hey, you want some head? I don't give a fuck what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'll get off my bike. I will step out of the pew. I'll do whatever I got to do. There's never a time where the head is like, no. So
in. That's a fact. I agree with that. I'm not
Yeah.
you right now. You want to do it right now? I'm laughing. I'm here. Where you need me at? Okay.
Right.
T said, I don't like head. Fuck me. I'm good. What?
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 Okay.
Hmm.
wait a minute. Hold on a second. But to be fair to T, is this giving or receiving? Because I think that's more important than
Yes,
anything.
giving or receiving. You don't like to give head or you don't like to receive head. Talk to us,
Because
T.
we don't
We have
want to judge you too harshly. You know what I'm saying? We like you, T. That whole banishing you thing just got thrown out there just now. So I just want to make sure we clarify what your meaning is. That's all I'm saying.
we just need to know. I don't know. T, okay, T said,
Receiving. Oh,
Um,
Oh,
she good to go. She
well,
cool.
okay.
also
Yeah,
for
Yeah,
she
no,
her,
cool.
okay.
she's not talking
She
about
good.
for him.
that is
Yeah,
not
she.
good. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Oh, yeah, no, it's okay. That's no, it's not. T, why T? Why
No,
don't you like
well,
to
if
Wait a
receive
minute.
if she's
oral
not in the
pleasure?
mood
Because
or something,
because
I
the
don't.
Lord loves a cheerful giver. Have you never been to church?
But
I mean,
she's not talking about giving. She's talking about on her end receiving.
right? She don't like to
It's
give.
not
She
a.
don't
It's
like to
not that
receive
much of
that.
a big deal.
Right.
That
She
It's
didn't
doesn't
say she
mean that
didn't
okay.
want
she's
to
not
give.
taking the time to please the other
Well,
person.
she didn't say it's not that big of a deal. She
Right.
said, "I don't like head. And just I don't like head. Fuck me. I'm
Hey,
straight."
she just want to
He's
be
like,
bent
"I
over and
don't like
caught
it
today.
at all."
She just want to be bent over and caught today.
We're going to talk to you, T, very shortly. Not on this episode. Don't even answer me back. Not on this episode. We will get to the bottom of this, T. I'm not sure who hurt you, but
Who
we're gonna
hurt you?
get to the bottom and say you will not feel that way. No. All
You shall
right.
love
Listen,
thy head.
it's been great. Right. You will learn. Never mind. Put these niggas to work. I'm sorry. I see, and I said nigga. Okay, so anywho, all right. So listen, this is Cocktail and Convo. I'm your girl, comedian Sletto. We're gonna allow our special guest say his goodbyes and where you can find him and all that good stuff. And we appreciate him coming on. And if you're interested in coming on,
Yeah. Woo.
let us know. Here we go. Shawn Armwood comedy.
I
Okay.
really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for allowing me on. This is a blast. Y'all can find me on Facebook at Shawn Armwood, Instagram, and TikTok as Armwood Comedy. And I just got 1,000 followers, and I think that's a big deal for a 40-year-old dude who don't twerk. So, um, um,
Yes.
but I like to say thank you guys. Well, you can also find me in March. I'll be in a movie called The Detour. You can find it on Amazon Prime, and you can find me also in March. I'll be in a play of Fences. So check me out
Woo.
at
Right.
BowiePlayhouse.com for that.
Yes, yes,
Get
yes.
it
Come
in.
through. Come through, blessings.
Damn.
I'm loving it. Yes. Martro Anthony from the 1-5. Tell him where he can find you and tell him bye-bye.
You know you can find me here next Tuesday at 9 o'clock, around that time somewhere. You can also find me on social media at Montreal Mr. 15 because you already know the other page been fucking tampered with. Other than that, you can find me out. Matter of fact, let me tell y'all something. Y'all see me out in the street, you can approach me. I'm an approachable person. You can speak to me. You can say hi to me. So yeah, you can find me in Baltimore. You can find me here next Tuesday, and you can find me on Instagram. Come check me out. But my Instagram is under construction right now, so give me a second.
That's what's up. T say yes, Sean. That's what you doing. Yes, Sean. Yes. Montreal, she said nope. Queen Ray, tell them where they can find you.
Hey, once again, we've had a wonderful show, great conversation, and lovely drinks. You can find me Queen Ray 22 or RGF Entertainment, IG or Book of the Face. And yeah, that is I had a good time.
Right?
I
Look
don't
like
know
we've
what
been
else to say.
drinking. Her and Montreal are as little as shit together. I don't know. Um, Melly Mel, 80
Always
proof.
drinking.
Tell them where they can find you.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all can find me at Don't Follow 80 Proof. That's with the number
Woo!
because I can't spell. But in regards to our guests, thank you for coming in. We definitely appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We all been drinking a
Yeah.
lot. And you, sir, gets lots of FaceTime. So you know what I'm saying? Be on TV and acting and all that other shit. I'm jealous. So here we go. That's my first one for the night. In regards to 1-5, if you spend as much time as 1-5 has on the sea, you would have those same opinions. I don't know what the fuck you be thinking most of the time. Don't ever approach me. Like I'm not that dude. I don't know. 1-5 is from a different 1-5 that I'm from. We not approaching from the 1-5. Don't even get it twisted in no way, shape, or form. Please tune in next week. We appreciate y'all. Have a good week till next Tuesday.
That's what I'm talking about. And listen, this is Cocktail and Convo. We're on every single Tuesday. Tell a friend, invite people, send this all that good stuff. Share it, all that great stuff. Also, check us out. You want to see some past episodes on a Kocktail and Convo Facebook page, as well as Kocktail and Convo Instagram page. And Kocktail and Convo is on YouTube. So you can watch. If you missed the episode, you can go back. You can watch it. If you had a favorite clip, rock out on that as well. We appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope to see you guys next Tuesday. Please tell somebody about the show. And T, thank you so much. She's saying great show, great topic as usual. Live in it. Yes, yes. See y'all next week. So we will see you guys next week. Until then, until we meet again. Bye. See you guys. Bye.
Real sweet. Keep your mouths wet.
What?
I'm trying, y'all.